remember how Hypixel added Pixel Party, a direct copy of the Hive's Block Party. Well, actually, I think they're just re-adding all the Hive games that us Java players would have missed out on since its migration to Bedrock. As the next Hive game in Hypixel's arsenal is Gravity, or as it was more commonly known back in the day, the Dropper. And considering this was my first time ever playing it, finishing both the first, second, and third maps first try really shows how the Hive has prepared me for this game. Until I got to this western map, where I would inevitably keep clipping the edge of the walls. But the beauty of the Dropper really is how you gradually learn and get closer and closer. Like how blooming close the ground gets to you, and how blooming close I was there when I was literally on the water block. I kept hitting the edge pillar things, and for the first time ever, even including the Hive days, I used a skip. But that was a medium map. How was I supposed to fare on a supposed hard map? Apparently a lot easier! So pretty much every game consistently started off with this balloon map, so understandably, I'd be able to ace it every time it was given to me. Next up was this brand new sewer map, which I also aced first try, but the city one threw me off a tad, and I made it in the end anyways. Why did I make it? Presumably because I had cheats, Optifine on. So after an initial fumble on the sewer map, I was now to endure the absolute pain that is the factory map, where I would fail an abundant amount of times. 31 times, in fact. Though, don't worry, that shockingly would not be my record fails. So it was at this point I coerced my mate Ryder to endure this absolute challenge with me, in order to complete my one very simple goal of simply winning a single game. The first map was this funky pyramid one, which I totally misjudged on multiple occasions, so often in fact the game tried to convince me to skip, but I ploughed through, entering the balloon map with ease, and then, after sliding through the pyramid map, I had the absolute pleasure of attempting my nemesis yet again, the western map, which I actually succeeded at doing, failing a lot less times than I first expected. But now, it was time for Gears, which, as I'm sure you could see, gave me a tad bit of trouble. Oh, and where's Ryder during all of this? He's still at the balloons, I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, never mind, he's here! We were now properly up against the clock, as some chaps had finished, thus shortening the time we had remaining to only 2 minutes. But I was gradually making it further down the drops, and ended up finishing in 3rd place. But you know me, the grind doesn't stop there. All reliable balloons was first, and then the wells, followed by these massive holes being corrupted by the nether. Then flowing my way through royalty on the castle, and of course making it to what would be the most difficult map in the entirety of the Dropper. This one puts Gears and the factory to shame, which I'll tell you what, Hypixel really has found a way to innovate continuous torture in a way that the Hive never could. I was able to calculate a way to get to the point where I would at least see the water below, but unfortunately got cut short because I couldn't figure out what to do with those odd red rings. And of course, being a map categorized as the hard difficulty, it's not like I could even do a shameful skip to make it past the map. And for the first time in my Dropper career, on both Hypixel and the Hive, I did not finish the round. That puts into perspective the absolute catastrophe that is the illusion map. I no longer wanted to win, I just wanted to simply complete that map. We played consecutive games after that, sliding through pyramids, experiencing plumber POVs, living like royalty, and then an overworked salaryman, combined with a live experience of finding Nemo, and well, oh, would you look at that! The second I don't try to win, I end up getting 1st place, you what? Yeah, I've won. But have I really? What if the illusion map had shown up? I needed to complete it for my own self-pride. Despite that not being my first win at all, I bagged another one straight after that, but even still, after all my experience, the factory map still managed to throw me off. But unlike the aforementioned illusion map, even after multiple attempts, I could still blimming do it. But here I was, a game with the illusion map on at the end. I had a strong start in the balloons, using my Hive established strategy of jumping at the 1 second mark to make it so when the floor drops, I'm already falling, because momentum and stuff in it. I experienced space for the first time this game too, but that wasn't what I was here for. I was here for my nemesis. I started off figuring out that I needed to go diagonally rather than straight ahead, as that meant I would be in direct line of these smaller, more convenient holes. But once I was through those, trying to avoid the red rings would result in me either landing on them or missing the water. But trying to go through them would result in me landing on them too. Didn't know the alternative, had yet to experience it as well. I would keep on dying, enjoy a lovely time-lapse of all my fails, and while I'm here, why don't I list all the reasons to subscribe? There are just so many. You get notifications to every video that's put out at 12 PM BST every Sunday, and it helps me reach more people so that I can annoy them with my screaming. How could you not want that? And talking about annoying, my mate JSTFer finished the map before I had. This was his first time doing it as well, whereas I'm still here, sitting on over 40 fails. Can I make it to 50? Yes, I can! But attempt 51 was where it all went right, as I was able to make it in! And you could see how genuinely happy I was by that really fast movement of my mouse. And with that, I made it to second place, up there with my mate JSTFer. Today, we played the dropper, and it's pretty damn fun. Until the illusion map comes up, well, then, you might as well start playing Pixel Party. Have a good one, chaps.